The Korean Zen master Seung Sahna, also known as Daesun Sanim, once told me that Zen mind is very similar to making movie mind. When you look through a camera, you become one with your subject. You're not thinking about I. You're not thinking about the past or the future. You're just doing it. You're just filming.
Service 2 Washington. All passengers should be on board gate 2B on the 3rd level.
In the fall of 1991, I filmed Daesun Sanim and two American monks, Musang Sanim and Demun Sanim, as they toured through Europe teaching people about Zen practice. As I traveled with Daesun Sanim, I couldn't help thinking, this is what it must have been like to travel with the Indian monk Bodhidharma. In the 6th century, Bodhidharma brought Zen Buddhism to China, where it eventually spread into Korea and Japan. Today, Zen Master Seung Sahna is teaching in the West. This is the story of this remarkable man and the wisdom of his teaching.
Zen Meister Seung Sahna ist 78. Patriarch seiner Linie im koreanischen Zen-Buddhismus. Er erhielt die Übertragung zum Zen-Meister im Alter von 22 Jahren von dem inzwischen legendären koreanischen Zen-Meister Kobong Sanim. Zen Meister Seung Sahna hat, nachdem er in Ostasien lange gelehrt hat, 1972 seine erste Reise in die USA gemacht, in den Westen gemacht, war 1978 das erste Mal in Europa und hat seitdem über 60 Zen-Zentren überall auf der Welt gegründet.
So I became his student.
Ich wurde sein Student.
So then gradually my mind became simpler and simpler.
Aber allmählich wurde mein Geist einfacher.
I would ask Seung Sanim a question.
Wenn ich Daesun Sanim eine Frage stellte,
he would always say, "You must become stupid.
dann sagte er immer, du musst dumm werden.
You are too clever.
Du bist zu klug.
If you are too clever, you cannot understand truth."
Wenn du zu klug bist, dann kannst du die Wahrheit nicht verstehen.
So I watched Seung Sanim.
So ich betrachtete Seung Sanim.
I saw he has a very simple mind.
Und ich stellte fest, ja, er hat einen sehr einfachen Geist.
Eating time, he only eats.
Während dem Essen isst er einfach nur.
When he's writing a letter, he only writes a letter.
Wenn er einen Brief schreibt, schreibt er einfach nur den Brief.
That's a very simple mind.
Das ist ein sehr einfacher Geist.
But very wonderful mind.
Aber ein sehr wunderbarer Geist.
So if we keep that mind, there is no problem.
Wenn wir diesen Geist bewahren, dann haben wir kein Problem.
And we can help other people.
Und wir können anderen Leuten helfen.
So, everybody have question, any kind of question?
Hat jemand eine Frage? Irgendeine Art? Alle Fragen.
Your life?
Euer Leben? Ihr Leben?
Your practicing?
Ihre Praxis?
Your problem?
Ihre Probleme?
Whole world situation?
Die Situation der ganzen Welt?
At what is human beings?
Und was ist das Menschsein?
So, any kind of question.
Irgendeine Art von Frage.
Most people think, I don't want to become a monk because then Seung Sanim can control me. He'll order me around all over the place, you know, and I mean, he's the teacher, now we're both monks, so I have to listen to him or something, or my life will become more narrow. But I think almost every one of the monks feels more free.
There's no problem, okay. Go to hotel.
It's amazing when he treats you like an equal, you know, and it's like you are responsible for your life and for doing your things. And sometimes it's a drag because you'd rather have somebody tell you what to do. And if you really want him to, he will.
Yes, sir.
Who's going?
Who's going? So when I first met Seung Sanim, I said, Seung Sanim, I'm afraid that if I practice Zen, I will go crazy. And he said, yeah, you must become completely crazy. Half crazy is no good. So then he said, everybody in this world, everybody is crazy. Everybody says, I want this, I need that, I'm going to do that, my life, this, that. But they don't understand this I. This I, where does it come from? Before you were born, where was this I? When you die, where does this I go? So no one understands that, but everyone says I. So everyone is crazy.
Über große Werbekampagnen bemüht sich Berlin, kosmopolitisch und multikulti zu erscheinen. Ein Juwel wird dabei meistens vergessen, das Buddhistenhaus hier bei uns in Berlin. Es steht allen Berlinern offen.
Das dauert nicht allzu lang. Lass uns ein bisschen abwarten. Ich kenne das, im Fernsehen wird man immer Schüler immer 10-mal vorsichtiger.
No, make up none of this. I'm not actor. Natural style is very important.
Natural style important.
Der Titel des Meditationsseminars, das dieses Wochenende im buddhistischen Haus stattfindet.
Zu Gast bei uns im Studio ist Zen-Meister Seung Sahna. Hallo und willkommen. Worum geht's denn oder was bedeutet denn für Sie Meditation? Was ist denn das Besondere an der Zen-Meditation?
What does Zen meditation mean? What does meditation in general mean?
Want to understand my true self.
Das bedeutet, das eigene Selbst verstehen.
That means everybody wants something outside, but Shnaya Buddhism means inside, understand my true self, that understand truth and the correct way and the correct function.
Jeder will was außen.
Well, Youngman Janjin, Dae Sansanim always says, is like a big cleaning machine. So we just do these simple activities together. First in the morning bowing, 108 bows, then chanting, then sitting. It's like the retreat is sort of a background, like a white background. So you can see your mind doing the same thing every day, every day, every day. You see your mind appear. What you like, what you don't like, how you react to situations.
Everybody come in your practice, that's a very, very special.
Ihr kommt alle hierher und praktiziert hier. Das ist sehr speziell.
All outside people only want something.
Alle Menschen in dieser Welt, die wollen etwas, wollen.
So outside world have no correct way.
Die äußere Entwicklung der Welt hat keinen richtigen Weg.
Inside.
Innerhalb.
Attain your true self.
Wir schauen nach innen und erlangen unser wahres Selbst.
Attain correct way.
Und erlangen damit den richtigen Weg.
Then world peace is no problem.
Dann ist es kein Problem, in der Welt Frieden zu haben.
But how many people want to understand correct way our inside?
Wie viele Menschen aber wollen das verstehen, den richtigen Weg und nach innen schauen?
Very few.
Nur wenige.
Very few. So continue practice very important.
So, die Praxis in Berlin fortzusetzen, das ist sehr wichtig.
This world much have suffering.
Diese Welt hat so viel Leiden.
This much also complicated.
Sie ist sehr kompliziert.
Human beings number one bad animal.
Die Menschen sind das schlimmste Tier.
So we are wake up.
So wir müssen aufwachen.
And help other people.
Anderen Lebewesen helfen.
And world peace.
Und Frieden in der Welt machen.
Because this world our world.
Denn diese Welt, das ist unsere Welt.
over here then?
Yeah. And your health is good too.
Yes, that's not bad. Last year a little sick.
Yeah, but now okay.
Now no problem.
Yes.
Last year I went to Russia.
Yeah.
Very cold, January.
Yes, yes.
Then soon go to this Taiwan. Also very hot, very wet, Taiwan.
Yeah.
So a little sick.
We planned to come here after our last trip to Europe in the spring, and then in the summer, Daesan S님 had kind of a heart problem in Korea. So for a while we weren't sure he'd be able to make it. Then finally, he actually never wavered. He always decided he was going to come, even when he was in the hospital. But the rest of us weren't so sure. And finally he said, even I die, I must go make this trip to Europe, which is, he means it. So he obviously wants to die with his boots on. So the rest of us were saying, you know, Seung Sahna, why don't you just rest? Why don't you stay one place? Why don't you, you know, have a comfortable life? But he always says, this is my life. And you see him all day long going around, always talking to people, always teaching people, always taking a situation and turning it into a teaching experience. That is his life. So here we are in Norway.
Behind the right back. Behind the left back. Behind both backs at once.
This country very beautiful country. Little cold. Good situation, good society. Everybody have much money, good car, good house, good situation. That's wonderful. But good situation, bad situation. Bad situation, good situation. Only relax. Oh, meditation is not necessary. Why suffering? Bullshit. Yeah, if they good food, good life, then die, no problem, okay? Why meditation? But when your body disappears, not wonderful. Not wonderful. Someday your body disappears. That time, what can you do?
Departure for Brada says from 307, gate 23.
In Norway, we were joined by Doan Sanim, the abbot of the Providence Zen Center.
What is a human being anyway? Why do we walk on this planet? What are we here for? Why? What is this all about? So this question is a question for everybody. Whether you're practicing martial arts, whether you live in India, the North Pole, the South Pole, whether you're South American and live in Terra del Fuego, or whether you live in Oslo, this question is still there. What is a human being? What are we here for? And the reason we have that question is because we all know, because we can all think, soon this goes away, right? Soon this will go away. The Buddha also had this question. You know, at the talk last night, Zen Master Seung Sahna was talking about the fact that the Buddha had a very good situation, right? He was the son of a king, which would be like, today maybe it would be like being born the son of a wealthy industrialist or something. You know, you'd have it knocked. Everything would be okay.
Very good situation. He's a prince. Have money, have a woman, have food, have a job, have high seats, have everything. But he's unhappy. Don't understand that himself, okay? Don't understand. Why come in this world? Don't know. Every day, this question is grow. So finally, nighttime, get up. Then Today, oh, she's a good citizen, good family, good country. Then went to the mountain, sat under the Bodhi tree for 6 years. Only keep Dada. Then one morning, so bright star, got enlightenment. That's not easy. Not easy. 6 years, only sat under the Bodhi tree. You must, tomorrow night, today, tonight, you must sit, what am I? Don't make anything, okay? Then no problem. You got enlightenment tonight. No problem. When you die, where do you go? Only that?
Sky is blue.
Why sky blue? When you die, where do you go? Only that? Cemetery.
Cemetery, okay.
A kongan means just any simple situation. So you're presented with this, anytime you're asked a kongan, you're presented with a situation. Then it's a test to see how clearly you can respond. So kongans are just how clearly, how simply, how rationally, how simply can you respond.
Okay, the next question. Fourth grade.
Bodhidharma has no beard.
Bodhidharma is always pictured with a beard. But some Zen master asked his students, why does Bodhidharma have no beard?
Why does Bodhidharma...
So, how can you answer that? That's a kongan situation. Just then, your studying, your thinking doesn't matter. Just in that moment, how can you spontaneously respond?
That's not a tech. Why does Bodhidharma has no beard? Or that?
No Bodhidharma, no beard.
No. You are touched the emphasis. Why does Bodhidharma has a beard?
He has already shaved this morning.
No, Bodhidharma never shave.
So any kongan is very, very simple, very simple. And fortunately, thinking can't help you in this situation. So that's why it's such a powerful technique, because your old mind habits, your old thinking tricks are not going to help you, guaranteed.
Very good. Your thinking make everything, you know. Your thinking make everything. The sun, the moon, the stars, everything. But the sun never say, I am sun. The sky never say, I am sky. The tree never say, I am tree. You make, and you holding. That's a problem. So we say, put it all down. You don't understand anything. What do you understand? Why do you live in this world? Why come in this world? You know? Who made? Who made the I? Descartes said, I think, therefore I am. I'm not thinking, therefore what? That's a point.
If your mind is zero, then anything is possible. If you keep a thinking mind, then everything is very organized into tight categories. I am Republican, so I cannot be Democrat. I am black, so I cannot understand white people. I am a man, so I cannot understand women. This is a mind that a lot of people have nowadays. And you can understand where people are coming from, but Our Zen teaching is very broad. It's that originally your mind is the same as the whole universe. So everything is included in your mind. If you, we always say, imagine you have a calculator. If you push C, if there's already some number in this calculator, it won't function. You push C, then clear, then nothing. Then, if you push C in your mind, completely clear it, then there's no God, there's no Buddha, there's no black, there's no white, there's no Hispanic, there's no man, there's no woman, there's nothing at all.
So I thought, well, I better check whether I can sit for 45 minutes. So one night after work, at that time I worked in a shipyard and we used to go play pool and drink beer at night most of the time. So I sort of begged off, said I'm going home, And I went home and I sat down and I thought I'll sit for 45 minutes. And they were some of the worst 45 minutes of my life. It was horrible. And I didn't get up, I just sat there. And then at the end I thought, okay, I can do it. But it was pretty bad. And but I did. I decided then, if I can make 45 minutes now, I can probably make it for 3 days. And so I went and I signed up and I did that retreat. And that's where I met Daesan Sanim. And for me, it was very strong experience because he said something and I believed it, It wasn't so much I believed him, I believed what he said. And it was the first time in my life that I really found that there was something that was said or read or something that I completely believed. I remember even thinking, it's the same thing I said to people yesterday or any new people today. When you're thinking, your mind and my mind are different. When you cut off all thinking, your mind and my mind are the same. Your before thinking mind is your substance, my before thinking mind is my substance. Your substance, my substance, everything substance is same substance. When he said that, I remember hearing this thought inside my head going, I've been waiting my whole life to hear that.
Je me dis que quand je vois les maîtres, c'est une partie de moi-même qui est éveillée.
Are you a part of me who has come to teach me, an enlightened part of me who has come to teach me?
Of course, you and me never separate.
Vous et moi n'avons jamais été séparés.
Only you think about make I then separate.
Simplement, c'est quand vous pensez à propos de je que nous sommes séparés.
Not make I.
Si vous ne faites pas de je.
Even not only me, Buddha, Bodhisattva, all together.
Nous sommes tous ensemble.
even God.
Même Dieu.
So don't make I.
Donc ne faites pas de je.
That's a very important point.
Ça, c'est un point très important.
Your meditation time.
Je te pose la question. Suppose que ce soit le moment de ta méditation.
Do you have I?
Est-ce que tu as un je?
Non, et il n'y a pas de temps, et c'est très bien.
There is no time and it's very nice.
Oh, good, no problem. Then no problem. Keep the smile. Then you know, also no time, no space, no cause effect. If you I appear, everything appear.
S'il n'y a pas de temps, d'espace et de cause d'effet, ça va très bien.
That means everything comes from your mind. So your past comes from your mind. How you keep your mind right now makes your past. How you keep your mind right now makes your future. So if you're not perceiving your mind right now, you're in a dream. So most of our questions in life come from a dream. The Buddha said life is like somebody gets shot by this poison arrow. Most of the time, all of us live our lives not knowing there's an arrow stuck in us, which is poisoning us. Maybe occasionally we feel mild discomfort, but we never look too deeply into that. So we don't know why we're dying. We don't know why we're sick. We're thinking about, maybe I should change my shoes, you know? I think my shoes are too tight. Meanwhile, you've got this arrow that's like lancing your arm. And somehow you're making a whole lot of effort not to feel the pain. So out of that comes most people's lives.
And Zen Seung said to me that so it's because here it's too weak. No, here it's too weak. Here,
right?
So
right.
These voices they can
come in
here.
Yeah. So now your energy is up here too much. So then you get this opposite thinking. Then anything can come in. But if you put your mind here, your energy here, then everything becomes one. Then nothing coming in. And exhaling, push with your fingers so you feel your center. Let all your energy come down into your lower belly.
In the Zen,
Dans le Zen,
if you meet the Buddha, you must kill the Buddha.
si vous rencontrez le Bouddha, vous devez
If
le
you
tuer.
meet the Bodhisattva, kill the
Si vous
Bodhisattva.
rencontrez un Bodhisattva, vous devez le tuer.
All sentient beings, you must kill everything.
Et tous les êtres humains, vous devez tous les tuer.
Then your true self
Et
appears.
alors, votre soi véritable apparaît.
That means
Ce qui veut
any
dire,
kind of thinking appear in front of you,
toute sorte de pensée qui apparaît devant vous,
killed.
vous la tuez.
Then your true self appears.
Et alors, votre soi véritable apparaît.
That's a Zen style,
Ça, c'est le style Zen.
not Tibetan style. So if you like, then the Zen style, no problem.
Si vous aimez le style Zen, alors pas de problème.
Many kinds of roads, so Tibetan style,
Il y a beaucoup
Zen
de sortes
style,
de
also
styles,
Soto
Zen,
style, Rinzai style, and many kinds of religion, okay?
Et aussi de nombreuses
Christian,
sortes de religions,
Taoism,
christianisme,
Confucianism,
taoïsme, le confucianisme,
the Hinduism,
l'hindouisme,
many kinds.
de nombreuses sortes.
But
Mais,
if you don't attach this form
mais si vous n'êtes pas attaché au
and
formes
the speech,
et à la parole,
teaching only one point,
alors tous les enseignements se ramènent à,
all return to one point.
ils retournent tous à un point.
This one point comes from where?
Et ce un point,
If you
vient-il?
attain one point,
Si vous atteignez ce un point,
attain everything.
vous atteignez toute chose.
In the Bible said,
Dans la Bible, il est dit,
I am the way
je suis la voie
and the truth
et la vérité
and life.
et la vie.
Buddhism also,
Et dans le bouddhisme aussi,
attain my true self,
il faut atteindre son soi véritable,
find the correct way
trouver une voie correcte
and the truth,
et la vérité
correct life.
et atteindre la vie correcte.
What is correct way?
Qu'est-ce que c'est la voie correcte?
Many bus going and train going, coming, going.
J'ai dit, il y a beaucoup de bus qui passent
Also human beings also coming, going.
et aussi les êtres humains vont et viennent.
That's the correct way.
Ça, c'est la façon correcte.
What is the truth?
C'est quoi la vérité?
Sky is blue,
Le ciel est bleu,
tree is green,
les arbres sont verts,
your clothes white,
votre habit est blanc,
dog walking off off.
le chien aboie waf waf.
That's all truth. When you see, when you hear everything truth, what is not truth? What is the correct life?
Qu'est-ce que c'est la vie correcte?
Huh?
C'est quoi?
Correct life means very simple. Somebody hungry, give the food.
La vie correcte, c'est...
Somebody thirsty, give it a drink.
On lui donne à manger. Quelqu'un a soif, on lui donne à boire.
Somebody suffering, only help them.
Quelqu'un souffre, on essaie de l'aider.
That is Buddhism.
Et ça, c'est le bouddhisme.
Not special.
Rien de spécial.
I hope everybody
J'espère que chacun,
attain yourself,
que vous atteindrez votre soi véritable,
get enlightenment,
atteindrez l'illumination,
save all beings from suffering.
et sauverez tous les êtres de la souffrance.
Thank you.
Merci.
As our journey takes us over water this afternoon, we must demonstrate to you the use of your life jacket, which can be found beneath your seat. Should it be required, it must be worn as follows.
Oh, nice to meet you. Hello. Oh, you look good.
My body problem is the operation is 3 doctor check my body, then necessary, then operation. Not necessary, okay.
Did you see this Los Angeles heart doctor also?
Yeah, Los Angeles doctor operation not necessary.
Okay.
She said that.
Oh. He's very good.
Yeah, he wasn't a good man.
Okay.
They were going to get the blood test results this afternoon and then decide whether to give him a, they thought they'd probably give him a...
What was his heart rate?
Oh, his heart rate was up and down.
You want to pull together.
Right, which is the heart doctor? This doctor.
And breathing, his breathing is difficult. His pulse is only 44. I see. So.
I'm very sorry that our teacher, Dae-Sun Slim, cannot be here to talk.
Sí, siento mucho que nuestro maestro de Sonsei no pueda estar aquí para dar la charla.
But that reminds me of a story.
Pero esto me trae a la mente.
Many years ago, when he first went to the hospital with a heart problem, it was young Minjanjin in Providence, and I was there. He was standing on the steps. He was just about to go to the hospital, and he looked at me and gave me this beaming smile and said, "Oh, my heart is making music sound. Boom, 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 boom." He had some kind of irregularity with his heart rhythm, but his mind wasn't moving at all. He was the same person. He was smiling. He was happy. He was completely relaxed. He didn't have a problem. His heart had a problem, and they had him do some kind of fix your heart meditation, and he did that to please them, and it did fix his heart. And then he told them that that wasn't correct meditation. Correct meditation was keeping a not moving mind and always this big question, what am I? And understanding life and death. So all the doctors were very interested to hear about that.
So at the very end of his life, the Buddha said, this life is very short.
Esta vida es muy corta.
Yeah. This life is like a flash of lightning.
Esta es como un relámpago, un centelleo.
Like dew on a leaf in the morning.
Sí, como rocío de la mañana.
Or like a bubble.
Como una burbuja.
You seen, do children
ya, esto que juegan los niños, soplan y salen unas pompas de jabón, ¿no?
So what are you?
O sea, ¿qué eres tú?
And that's all he said. Then he died.
entonces nos morimos.
So it's very interesting because the Buddha did not say, believe in me.
Es muy interesante porque Buda no dijo, creed en mí.
Rather, the last thing he said was, what are you?
La pregunta que hacía, lo último que dijo es, ¿quién eres tú?
And please look closely.
Y por favor, obsérvate muy de cerca.
The answer lies inside of everybody.
La respuesta viene desde dentro de cada uno.
If you look closely.
Yesterday, this guy who picked us up at the airport, he was talking a lot about the time he spent in the service. He was in the Army and he was in charge of some missiles, he was telling us, and then about 10 or 15 years, and then something happened and he sort of changed his mind. And so we were joking about how this is also like the Army, just different direction. Direction's a little different.
Direction's very important. Yeah, the difference is in the Army you only follow orders. You don't question. You know, your job is just to do what people tell you. And then, of course, people find a way of not doing what people tell them. That's the whole hidden thing that goes on. But in Zen, Sun Sahna always says, you must hit the Zen master. So, you know, the goal in Zen is to become free and then be able to hit your teacher. And then if you do that, your teacher is very happy. Whereas in the Air Force, if I were to go up and hit some general, I'd be in jail.
A little different style. He's much more relaxed, but he's like a little kid. It's like, I'm better now. I can go home. Tell the doctors I'm leaving.
Once somebody asked Sun Sahna actually, sir, you know, you go all over the world, but you don't have a teacher. Your teacher is already dead. So how do you function without a teacher? And he said, sky is my teacher, tree is my teacher. But if you're really open, everything is teaching you. And we're all very lucky that we've had the experience of practicing together with Sun Sahna and learning from him. And I don't think anyone who's had that experience is ever going to forget it.
I said you were having a good time. Kobangsni kicked out all monks.
Yeah, kick all monks.
But you're very kind to us.
Huh?
You're very, very kind to us.
That's a different style. Okay? Young time, this you know, before monk at young time, many suffering. My country fighting with policemen and Japanese men, many fight. Then after this also communism, capitalism appeared. Many hurt my mind.
Yes.
Many hurt my mind. Not smooth grow up. Never think about myself. Never think about my clothes, my house, my family, my this, my. Never think about it. My country, my country. Only my country, how make it become independent. This time I found. So then my country become independent, but Korean people fighting each other. People are not fighting. Only one mind become independent. But now become one. Why fighting Korean people each other, kill each other, fighting each other? Don't like that. That's bullshit.
Yes.
I don't like society. People only like how make correct society, but society is rotten. Okay. So I go to mountain. Cut here. No more go out to society.
So young. Very difficult for somebody who's so young.
Yeah.
You're 20 years old? Wow.
21.
21.
Great Bodhisattva way. Very good. Okay, you.
What's good?
Great love. Great compassion. Okay, one more time. Great Bodhisattva way. Yes, boy.
Yeah.
중생 Okay. May you become Buddha, everybody.
Yes, I'm becoming Buddha.
Human beings, all is too much understanding.
Los seres humanos entienden demasiado, tienen demasiada
Too much
comprensión.
understand, too much have a problem.
Demasiada comprensión es un gran problema, es tener muchos problemas.
Little understand, little problem.
Cuanto menos entiendes, menos problemas.
Complete don't know,
Si completamente no sabes,
no problem.
entonces no hay problema.
So don't know mind very important.
Por tanto, esta mente no sé es muy importante.
Only when you keep don't know mind 100%,
Solo cuando mantienes esta mente no sé al 100%,
don't know that time,
no sé, este
you
instante,
and everything already become one.
este instante tú y todo ya os convertís en uno.
So I ask you,
O sea que os pregunta,
when you keep don't know that time,
cuando mantenéis esta mente no sé,
everything become one.
todo se vuelve uno.
That time this stick
En ese momento este bastón
and the sound
y este sonido
and your true self,
y vuestra verdadera naturaleza
are they same or different?
son iguales o son distintos.
Say, different. I ask Musang Snim,
Yo le pregunto ahora a Musang Sunim,
the stick,
este bastón,
the sound,
este sonido,
and your mind,
tu mente,
are they same or different?
son lo mismo distintas.
Correct.
Esta es la respuesta.
So you meditation, then understand that point.
Si meditas entenderás este punto.
Colocando por visualización en ese par de banderillas. Modelo pendiente del todo para colocarlo en el terreno apropiado.
In the future, this world much have a problem.
En el futuro este mundo va a tener cada vez más problemas.
Too much human means too much problem, this world.
Entonces el mundo de los humanos tendrá un problema.
Dog world, cat world, snake world, no problem.
El mundo de los perros, gatos y las serpientes no tendrá
The
problemas.
sky world, mountain world, air world, no problem.
El mundo del cielo, de las montañas,
Only human
no
make
tendrá
problem
problemas.
this world.
No hacen problemas este mundo, solo el hombre es el que los crea.
So many people think about only human beings,
Mucha gente piensa solo sobre los seres humanos.
not think about the sky and mountain and the ground or beings.
Y no piensa solo por las montañas, por la tierra, por otros seres.
But Buddha always think about not only human beings, any beings.
Pero Buda siempre pensó en todos los seres, no solo los seres humanos.
How save all beings?
¿Cómo salvar a todos?
Sun Sahna once talked about how we have this Dharma room, you know, a room with a Buddha statue and meditation cushions, and we come in every morning and do 108 bows, and 45 minutes of chanting and half an hour sitting. And that's where we practice, that's where we do formal practice. But, he said, if you do this a lot, and then you do retreats, then the whole world becomes your Dharma room. I mean, someone like Sun Sahna is practicing moment to moment wherever he goes. When he's in a restaurant, he's just eating, or he's talking to somebody about practicing, or he's buying gifts for people, or doing whatever he does, he is keeping don't know mind.
Also, we need to get together some books to put inside this Buddha.
So for him, the world is his Dharma room. Most of us need kind of a special place where we can get out of the routines which sort of get us stuck and get us back into this practicing mind.
So I ask you.
So, ich frage dich.
The stick.
Dieser Stock.
The sound.
Dieses Geräusch.
And your mind.
Und dein Geist.
Same or different?
Sind sie gleich oder verschieden?
Same.
Gleich?
If you same, I hit you 30 times.
Wenn du sagst, sie sind gleich, dann schlage ich dich 30 Mal.
Different also I hit you 30 times.
Wenn du sagst, sie sind verschieden, dann schlage ich dich auch 30
Because
Mal.
Same or different thinking.
Denn gleich oder verschieden, das ist nur Denken. Das ist nur...
I ask him.
Ich frage ihn.
Are they same or different?
Sind sie gleich oder verschieden?
Correct. Wonderful. Only
Wacht
action.
alle auf. Hm?
Only do it.
Einfach nur tun.
Okay.
Okay?
That's their mind.
Das ist der Zen-Geist.
There's no speech, no word.
Es gibt keine Rede, keine Worte, keine Begriffe.
Already mind, boom, connect.
Von Geist zu Geist, pum, verbindet das.
That's wonderful.
Das ist wunderbar durch diesen Punkt.
Buddha sat under the Bodhi for 6 years.
Buddha saß 6 Jahre lang unter dem Bodhibaum.
You come in here only 2 days.
Du kommst nur 2 Tage hierher.
Then I take that point.
Und erlangst diesen Punkt.
There's no life, no death.
Dieser Punkt hat kein Leben und kein Tod.
Very cheap. Miracle, your face, very good.
Your face.
Not stop moving. Now a little stop.
If you stop, then rotten.
Become rotten. If you stop traveling, then become rotten.
All the time moving is like coming away.
One of the things that he always says is, only this moment, your mind, I can, I cannot. He said that's the only choice that human beings have. In this moment, just now, your mind, I can or I cannot. If you in your mind have I cannot, you cannot. If in your mind you have I can, you can. Lots of times he says, if you try, then this whole world helps you. So it doesn't just mean getting some idea and trying that idea, but finding your correct job and then trying it.
Das ein Stück weit zu reflektieren.
You know, and I sort of see him do that. Just now, do whatever job there is, do it.
Maybe this is
then
opposite
each step
what
takes
I
care of
learned.
itself.
Here I learn, don't think. But sometimes I find thinking is good to solve problem.
Just do it.
Tu es einfach.
When you sleep, just sleep.
Wenn du schläfst, dann einfach schlafen.
When you eat, just eat.
Wenn du isst, einfach nur essen.
When you're walking, just walking.
Wenn du gehst, einfach nur gehen.
When you meditation, just don't know.
Wenn du meditierst, einfach nur weiß nicht.
Moment to moment to moment, just do it.
Von Augenblick zu Augenblick einfach nur tun.
Then already your thinking going.
Dann ist dein Denken weg.
There's no thinking.
Da gibt es kein Denken.
So some people ask me.
Manche fragen mich.
Seung Sahna, I have much thinking.
Seung Sahna, ich habe so viel Denken.
I don't like my thinking.
Ich mag mein Denken nicht.
I want to take away thinking, but cannot take away my thinking.
Ich möchte mein Denken wegtun, aber ich kann es nicht. Es gelingt mir nicht.
Many months this time. I want to take away my thinking. That's a thinking.
Zu sagen, oh, ich möchte mein Denken wegtun, das ist Denken.
So only do it.
Einfach nur tun.
Somebody calls what we're doing Zen, but that's sort of not necessary. For me, it's just like life. Just how do you live life? How do you live your life? You know, what direction do you go in, and then how do you do it moment to moment?
You know, you can keep your mind any way you want. You can think whatever you want. You can believe whatever you want. Sun Sunim is never going to tell people how to think or what they should believe. That, he feels, is up to each person to discover. What is truth? What is your true nature? That's your job.
Someone asked me.
Alguien me preguntó.
Seung Sahna, when you die, where do you go?
Profesor, cuando mueras, ¿dónde irás?
I only follow you. I ask her, why ask me?
Dice, ¿por qué me lo preguntas?
When you die, I die, only follow you, Seung Sahna.
Dice, cuando yo me muera, solo te seguiré, Seung Sahna.
Oh, that's not bad, but I and die go to hell.
Dice, esto no está mal, pero yo cuando me muera iré al infierno.
Seung Sahna, why go to hell?
Seung Sahna, al infierno.
Then I not go to hell. Hell people cannot get enlightenment.
Dice, si no voy al infierno, ¿cómo van a tener la iluminación en
I go to hell, make Zen center over there.
Voy al infierno a hacer un centro zen allá.
Oh, I not go now.
El otro dijo, no, yo no voy.
So if you got enlightenment, hell, heaven, doesn't matter. Any place you go to over there, make Zen center teaching other people, okay?
Si alcanza...
One man plays good man and bad man.
No, not good and bad. Twins.
Oh.
Help each other fighting.
The same man.
Same man.
I saw that. Already saw that. I saw that.